I've been really into Kitchen Nightmares as of late.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot
I
of
haven't watched that in a while.
Gordon Ramsay. I've been feeding it into my brain.
Yeah.
It's just such a negative dude.
Just in case you didn't have enough negativity in your life.
Honestly, throw on a British guy yelling at Americans for doing things wrong. I don't know, there's something comforting about it.
Yeah.
It might be because there were our rulers back in the day.
Maybe. A little aftershock of that.
Yeah. The idea of going to sleep with Kitchen Nightmares on, only being able to fall asleep to the sound of Gordon being like, "You're stupid. I hate you."
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like every time he walks into a kitchen, no matter like how well kept the kitchen is, he just finds something.
Oh, he has, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's part of the show, right?
Right.
I guess. I don't want to be negative about Gordon. He's a nice guy. Well, can be a nice guy. Like whenever he's on MasterChef.
Yeah, whenever he deals with kids, he's like the best role model out there. But whenever he deals with adults, he just all decorum is thrown out of the window. You're fucking stupid.
It's okay, darling. Don't worry. Everything's gonna be fine. Look at me. You're important. You mean something to people. Other side. You are an idiot sandwich. Yeah. No, I watch. Like I said, I watch Kitchen Nightmares, and then I watch another one called Hotel Hell. Where he goes to hotels. And
I've never watched that one.
He does the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I remember he goes to this hotel. I don't remember where it was at. Probably somewhere east. But he walks into this place, and they're like show him to his room, and he walks in, and he's like in front of everybody. He just goes, "Oh wow, that is absolutely dreadful." And like the lady whose like entire life work has been to like create this is just standing there like smiling.
Like, yeah, I guess.
Everything's fine.
And I love how he doesn't like specify yet what's dreadful about it. He's just gonna let your mind sit there and run. Like, wait, are the drapes bad? I don't.
What's dreadful?
It's perfectly redone. It's clean.
Is it the polar bear skin rug? I don't. But no, I mean it was bad. I mean, like, because he walks in, there's like green carpet. Ooh. That's automatically like a bad sign. Mm-hmm. And then you look at the bed, and the bed's like red with like.
Oh, my hotel has green carpet.
Does it really? Oh no.
It's not. I mean, it's new. It's clean green carpet, but
they
it
put
is
green carpet down.
Yeah, to match the like
1920s
woodsy
or what?
To match like the woodsy rustic feel of the area.
So that when you're really drunk getting into your room, you're like, oh look,
just
grass.
It's 10 times harder to get to your bed.
Where am I? You just start playing a quick game of cricket in your room.
Honey, what are you doing?
And there's grass all over us. Grass surrounds us, honey.
Oh my God, you're drunk.
Woodsy feel. But yeah, I was just thinking in the Kitchen Nightmares one, you know, he like walks into freezers, and he's like, "Wow, chicken that's 2 weeks old in the freezer, yeah, and it's like all the way, like he searches for it. That's the worst part about it is like he has to like open an extra door that like leads into a back stock room, and then he's like, 3-year-old pasta, how dare you? You know, he throws it. The guy's like hits him in the eye. And he's like, oh.
Thank you, chef.
Let me taste your tears. That's probably what he does. They're like,
he just survives off their tears.
Gordon, what would you like your payment to be? I'm like, a bottle full of tears from everybody here, and I'm gonna make sure I get them myself. Yeah, he's rude, man, and but that's what makes it so entertaining, you know, because everyone he picks is like the worst type of person. You know? Like he always goes to a restaurant and like, you know. Oh, this place was great when my mom ran it, and then Tucker took it over. They show Tucker, and Tucker's got like a polo shirt with the collar popped.
Oh, of course.
Got his hair stupid gelled. He's wearing like the wraparound glasses. He's like, I'm Tucker. I'll run this Italian restaurant. And it's like, well, I could see why Tucker's probably not the best. Not the best. And then like they always show him, and he's like pulling tips out of the jar.
Oh yeah, that's always the worst. There was that one. I don't even remember if it was Kitchen Nightmare or Restaurant Impossible, because that's the other one where another British dude who's like jacked as shit.
Oh wow!
Yells at you now. So imagine, you know, Gordon Ramsay yelling at you the entire time, But now imagine he's a
He's
bodybuilder.
the size of Brock Lesnar.
And he's going to tell you exactly what's wrong with your restaurant.
That's horrifying.
Yeah. But I can't remember which one it was, but like the owner pretty much like took the entire server's tips.
Oh,
Didn't
no.
and never gave it to him at all.
Oh no.
And still gave him like the $6 an hour or whatever it was.
so does like he like give him like a backbreaker
Nope.
or something? Oh,
Done.
he doesn't confront him or anything?
Oh yeah, he
Oh,
confronts the owner.
Well, yeah, I wasn't saying the owner
F5 right there.
Yeah, the owner confronts the
No,
yeah.
the giant British dude just puts him in an F5.
F5 connecting. Oh, that'd be tight. That's what Gordon needs to add to his thing.
Yeah,
Get
I agree.
violent with the people.
I agree.
You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
one where like a chef like runs up on him, and he's like, "How dare you criticize my cooking?" You know, and Gordon's like, "Yeah, all right, big boy, sit down." You know, and the chef's like, "I don't know why, but he's like, okay."
It's that power of public TV people. Why don't you just have a seat right there?
Yeah,
Huh? Why don't you just have a seat right there?
yeah, Chris Hansen.
Yeah,
type
all
shit.
reality TV people have it.
Yeah, it's just the power in your soul. Like you can have a guy be like super aggro. He's like, I'm gonna literally stab him.
Why
with
don't you
a
just
knife."
sit down right there? Huh?
Oh, okay. Well,
I guess I'll just sit
I
down.
guess if I have to.
Jedi mind trick.
Yeah. Gordon Ramsay just.
I want to see.
Imagine
I
it-
want to see him do like the flying sidekick. I want to see him do some shit.
I like the idea of like a Kitchen Nightmares episode where like you're like a patron and you're in the restroom and then you just hear like the door slam open and he's just like, "What's going on in here, huh? What's going on?
Gordon.
Wow, someone's using a restroom. Disgusting. Absolutely dreadful. It smells like shit in here." I haven't even started.
It's a bathroom.
He says it smells like shit and you haven't even
I
started.
haven't even started.
It's you're like smell. Is it me? Did I?
I'm sorry, Gordon.
Oh no, I wore Poo Poo La Po
Poo
cologne
Poo La
today. Yeah, dude. I think there's something special about Kitchen Nightmares. I like the episodes where they get like really rowdy on him, you know, because it always starts off. He's like he walks in and he sits down and he's like he looks at the menu and he's like, "All right, what do we got here?" It's like an Italian restaurant or something, and he's like, "A burger on an Italian restaurant menu. Wow, disgusting. I'll have that." Yeah.
That's really just for the kids who come with their families, but okay.
Gordon Ramsay ordering stuff off the kids' menu. I'll have the smiley face French fries with the chicken tenders and a side of macaroni.
The Dino Nuggies.
And a side of the SpongeBob shaped macaronis. Thank you. Wow, dreadful. And like whenever he gets to the plate, he's always like, I don't know why. Like if he has like pasta, he puts his hand in it. And it's like,
just starts throwing it
yeah,
around.
it's like on the table, and it's like, well, yeah, of course it looks gross, dude. You went.
Look
to
at that. Would you eat that? No, because it's on the table now.
I just saw you touch it with your hands.
Like,
No, I wouldn't eat that. Oh, so what you're saying is you wouldn't eat that? Yeah, I bet. And then they show what is it whenever he's standing like in a room alone, he's talking directly to the camera, the candid camera. thing or
candid
whatever.
camera.
And he's sitting there and he's like, wow, this restaurant's gonna need real shaping up. And then like, you know, I always love the waiter or waitress because they come up and they like hand him the food, and he's like, "So tell me a little bit about this place." And the waiter's always like, "My boss is a Nazi."
Yeah. He's the worst human being imaginable.
Yeah, they always like dog down on the boss. It's almost like, hey, if you shit talk the boss, we're gonna give you an extra 20 grand.
I bet that's a rule.
Yeah. And so like she walks up and she's like, "All right, here's your Dino Nuggies and your macaroni." And he's like, "Disgusting," you know. And then he looks over and he's like, "Tell me about your boss." And she's like, well, he shot me with a gun.
He kills kids.
Wow. Really? You know what? Let me talk to him. And he like walks out and he's like this decrepit old man just like wheeled out.
You like to kill kids.
You are garbage. You're trash. It's just a dude just
No, he has nothing to say.
yeah. Cat got your tongue, big boy. He's just getting rowdy. I'm like an elder. And like it's funny because
Why
like
don't we just put him in a home?
they always have like other patrons there, you know what I mean? So like as Gordon's like chucking like pasta across the room, like you see people like looking over, like, oh, this place is bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if Gordon Ramsay, I know we come here to eat like once a week, but if Gordon Ramsay
He doesn't like it, then I can't like it.
Oh,
The Southwest has been home to the most infamous outlaws, from Billy the Kid to Neil Patrick Harris. Safe to say, legends have wandered these deserts. And if you listen closely, you can almost hear the wind whisper their story over this barren land. Well, these two gunslingers, they have their own story to tell. They're shooting from the hip.
and what would you have to drink with that, sir? I'll have a wine. What type do you have? Well, we got white or red. Wow. White or red, yeah? That's what you have. That was the moment I knew this place was falling apart. They didn't know the name of their wines. Local or not local, it's unacceptable. They bring over the wine.
It's Applebee's. They
Yeah.
literally just have one white or one red wine.
Yeah, they bring over the wine. He like grabs a hair out of his head and plugs it in there.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's Gordon Ramsay just trying to get a free meal the whole time. I found a hair in my chicken.
That is platinum blonde, sir.
It's hot. You have a camera crew. They literally caught you going.
Like we have nobody here with platinum blonde.
They
hair.
look over at the camera. It's just a bunch of eunuchs, like quiet eunuchs who just kind of stand there. They're just
Oh, did they see anything? Hmm?
no.
Hmm.
That's what I thought. I'm not paying for a thing. Do you think he pays for his meal?
Oh, no.
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 Whenever he goes in there, you don't think he
Hell
like
no.
yeah, millionaire British man doesn't pay for his meal.
No.
At a-
Because he's helping them.
At a struggling spaghetti restaurant.
He
yeah,
just throws their pasta all around. Pasta.
yeah, like I said, the bosses are like the managers are always like the worst type of people.
Mm.
You know, they roll up in like a sports car. Like they look into the camera. I use their tips to buy the sports car.
Oh, that guy is a pretty big piece of shit.
I actually don't like him. He's right. Gordon's correct. Yeah, but it's the same thing in the hotel hell thing. You know, like he walks in. One of my favorite episodes is he walks into this hotel and he brings the suitcases with him. He always does, and he stands there waiting to be checked in, and like no one's at the front desk, right? And like he's like, "Wow, no one's here, huh?"
What time does he arrive though? That's
It's probably like 3 a.m, right?
okay. Yeah, I was gonna say because that's the kicker is
Nah.
if they have 25 other things to be doing right then and there.
But it's like probably like 2 p.m. But you also have to take into account that this, like, I mean, if it's a struggling
Well, check-in's
hotel,
not until 4, so
and on top of that, if it's a struggling hotel, the chances are there are only like 5 people working there, you know, and they have a full-blown restaurant. They've got rooms to clean. Like, yeah,
it's
you
a
might-
lot of shit to do.
you might have to wait a little bit, dude. And he's like, it's been 30 seconds since I've walked into this hotel and not a sight of help. And then finally someone's like, I'm so sorry. There's a fucking bear in the back.
I'm literally having a heart attack right now.
Disgusting. Show me to your restaurant. And then that's the best part is because, you know, Kitchen Nightmares is only restaurant.
Right.
The kicker of hotel hell
Is it's everything.
everything.
Totals.
Yeah. So not only is he now just an expert in
In restaurant, which makes sense. Him being like a Michelin star chef and
he's
all
also a hotel expert.
that. Of
now.
course, he's a jack of all trades.
And
he is.
what's annoying about it is like at the end when they like redo all the rooms or whatever, or like they redo like the room, they literally only like redo one room, and it's like super expensive to make it look like the way it looks. And he's like, "This is my gift to you."
Make them all the rest.
Exactly.
Make them all the
I
rest.
know you have
like it.
35 rooms here, that, but I redid this one. So.
And I wanted it to all look like that.
Also, I found a hair on a pillow. So I'd like my stay to be free.
Man, that's platinum blonde. How?
It says, I don't know how you did this, but it's literally says Gordon Ramsay on the hair. I don't. After closer inspection, it did say Gordon Ramsay. It's almost like they knew I was coming. How would you react?
Oh.
Let's say that you ran a restaurant
Uh-huh. And I just had a British dude come in and yell at me.
Well, that happens all the time, I'm sure. But like you get like you start a restaurant. It's been going good for like 5 years, but the last 2 years you've kind of been faltering. You know what I mean? Things have been kind of going off. So then,
Gordon Ramsay comes.
Yeah, kitchen
to
nightmares.
save me.
You hit the Gordon Ramsay signal in the sky,
and he just comes.
He comes swooping in. Like
I don't know how I would react.
Do you think you could handle him like up in your face, being like, "You're trash. I hate you"? Or would you fight Gordon Ramsay?
Like, okay, so the restaurant I grew up in, or
grew up in. Yeah,
I worked in for most of my life, I should say.
Yeah.
You have to get used to people yelling at you you have to have tough skin.
Yeah. So you could handle Gordon up in your face being like, yeah.
I would still argue with him.
You smell like cheese. You're a rat.
No, that is not factually accurate, Gordon. I'm sorry.
It was so cool to see Richard get yelled at by Gordon.
He's a prick.
He steals our tips.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's all right.
I keep forgetting that I need to watch the F word
it's
on
cool.
here now.
The dolphin noises are all well in there.
We don't have a quota on that. So
yeah, we're fine. As long as I don't miss it in editing, we're good. But yeah, you could handle Gordon.
Now I'm gonna make it a game for Juan. Find all the
there it is again. You could handle.
Sorry. Okay. Anyway,
I hate you. You could handle Gordon, up in your
I
face?
could handle it. Yeah.
Yeah, like he
dude, I
in.
grew up with my father. There's no way
true.
he could be any more hurtful than that.
And you think he tries to break people down?
Oh, easy. Yeah. Well,
I
think his idea is because he had to deal. Oh, who was the chef that trained him?
Oh,
he was even a bigger douche than Gordon.
Probably like a French dude or something. Right?
He is French. Yes.
Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah.
Can't remember his name, but there was a quote where he literally says, "I didn't make Gordon cry. He let himself cry." And I was like, all right.
Dude, imagine making Gordon Ramsay cry.
Oh, I would love it.
How would you do it?
I don't know. That seems like, especially now at this point in his career, I don't think you can make him cry.
It's something simple like, "Oh yeah, well your hair's stupid." He's like, "No,
it's not.
No, it's not. I paid $1,000 for this haircut. How much did you pay for yours? Poo poo breath."
Did he just lose his British accent?
Yeah.
Yep, we broke Gordon. We broke Gordon.
They edit all that out though. That's
of
probably,
course, it's his show.
That's probably why people freak out, because Gordon probably walks into the room with dirty underwear. Yeah, all right, there you go. Gordon probably walks in the room with a pair of dirty underwear and throws it at the chef, and he's like, and then the chef's like, "What the hell, dude? You got it in the bolognese." And Gordon's like, "Yeah, big boy, you gonna fight me? You gonna cry?" I like to imagine he does that. He probably does things specifically to piss people off.
Oh yeah, I think it's in his philosophy, at least, it's to break them down so they can be built back.
So you can get the reaction out of them.
Well, yeah, that's TV. That's the real answer. But the way he justifies it is to build them back up to be better than they were.
The best type of owner that they can be.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, if Gordon Ramsay walked into my restaurant and had a pair of dirty socks and threw it in the soup and was like, "What are you gonna do about it?" I'd be like, "I don't.
I'm gonna call the police.
I'm gonna choke you." "Oh yeah, big boy, you gotta choke me."
Security.
Get the cameras off.
Security. Right now.
Yeah.
I might die.
I love reality shows because I feel like that's all they are. It's just people constantly fighting with each other.
Oh yeah.
Like Jersey Shore.
Oh, remember Jerry Springer?
Oh, dude, absolutely.
That was mine and my sister's show.
That
back
or
in the day,
Maury, dude. Maury was top.
Maury was all right. I like Jerry's because I loved the ding ding, and then they would fight out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I miss.
I'm having a lot of fun with your game right now.
Not at the moment. You're going to have a lot of fun with this game.
Oh, you're gonna let me forget about it and then just start tossing them in. That's fine, man. We don't need sponsors. No, yeah.
Tuesday's gonna roll around. You just email it. Nope, you do this. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, let's see if you can get it on Tuesday. Congratulations. Hope you learn how to edit in the next few days, or else they're gonna be mad at you. No, I like the idea of Maury, dude. Maury was awesome because.
Well, it was always the paternity test on that one.
Mm-hmm. And someone would walk in and they'd be like, I know he's Kyle's daddy, you know. And then
That ain't my boy.
that's I know it's not my boy. I was gone for 36 months and you somehow got pregnant during it. No, well, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. That and then Jerry was pretty much the same thing except fights. I don't know.
It was always fights, like relationship troubles.
But Maury had fights, right?
No, not really.
Isn't that where Steve Wilkos is from, or is he from Jerry Springer?
Steve Wilkos started on Maury, doing the.
He was the security, right?
No, he did the. What do they call it? The thingy.
Lie detector.
The lie detector test. Yeah. And then he started his own show shortly after
The
that.
Steve Wilkos show,
Yeah.
which is just as trash.
Yeah.
Those are the best shows, man. I mean, honestly.
In the middle of the day, there is nothing that's
Staying
going to
home
make
sick.
you. Yeah, there is nothing that's going to make you feel better about staying home sick from work or school than watching a bunch of white trash people fight each other.
You know, if in your 20s, that was probably the worst thing in the world because right afterwards, like when it would be like, we'll be right back, we're going to commercial. The first commercial was like, you need to get your degree, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
always,
who was that dude
always.
who like talked really down at you? Do you remember that
Like
commercial?
and it was something for Cornell or something
Yeah.
like that too. It was like a pay to graduate
Yeah.
place.
He's like, oh, so you're sitting there at home, not really
Not doing
much with
anything. You're
yourself,
just
huh?
watching white trash people fight each other.
You have access to the internet, right? Why don't you
Why
go
don't
ahead
you
and get your degree,
why don't you-
bozo?
Why don't you do something with your life?
You bonehead, you dumb boy. I hate you. And you're just like,
I'm gonna go smoke.
I'm gonna mute the TV. And then what's the song? Then there was the other one that was like a totally like different thing where it was like get connected for free with Education Connection.
I
That one-
remember, man.
That was a totally different approach. That
Yeah.
was them being like, dude, no, getting your degree is fun, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
Dude,
you
it
should
was-
just do it.
It's so much fun. This girl couldn't contain herself and started singing a song about it.
That's how cool college is.
You're gonna love
Give
it.
us money.
You're gonna love online
Give me money.
university. Jerry Springer was always one that I felt like I didn't necessarily have to hide, but like anytime my mom would open the door and like I'd have Jerry Springer on, she'd be like, "What?" She'd be like, "What is this?" And I'd be like, "Oh, it's just I was playing my PSP and this just came on." You know, so change it over, and then it'd be like, "Hey, Arthur."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
PBS.
DW. Sorry, this is what I've been meant to watch this entire time.
That's what I had it on. I don't know how the channel changed randomly.
I don't know. Like I remember growing up, I had like one of those. That's all I had was like an antenna in my room.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
But I would also play like wrestling video games. And there's this one wrestler. His name is Viscera. It was a SmackDown versus Raw 2007. His finisher is that he knocks opponents down to the ground and then like gets on them and like dry humps them
Oh, okay, yeah.
to death. And one time that
Totally
finisher
normal.
hit, and my mom like opened the door and she was like, and I was like, no, I'm fighting him.
It's a finishing move.
He's a bad guy. She tore the PlayStation off the cord. Like, no. And I got it back like later in the day, but you know, like, because my mom was like, I don't want you going outside. Like that was her rule. She was like, I just don't want you leaving my house. I don't know why.
Well, I guess given the neighborhood you grew up in, that's not
No, that
totally
wasn't
out
it.
of no.
I just don't think
You're not allowed
she
outside.
didn't want me to have sunlight. I guess that's what it was.
You're my little pale baby boy.
I'm gonna open the window now.
Okay, we're gonna close the window now.
Ooh, all right. Got an angry little one today. Yeah, it was I don't know, those shows. Like I said, reality shows I always find interesting because they always edit it like in the worst way possible. You know, like
Well, the editors are basically gods when it comes to that because they can make the people do and say whatever they want.
yeah,
And
you really can.
it's
You really can make anyone say anything you want. That is true.
putting ideas in Juan's mind now.
Mhm. Yeah, watch that game, buddy, or else you're gonna be saying some wild stuff on this episode. Yeah, dude. There's
Sorry,
a car.
some asshole decided to rev his little
Wah, 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 wah.
his
Wah.
little Suzuki outside.
Chances are they didn't even hear that.
Well, I did, so now they need to know about it.
But yeah, like I could imagine being on a reality show and like you like walk into a kitchen and like being like, ah man, we're all out of milk. and then the editors like put like crazy music over it.
This person doesn't know how to order anything. They're out of everything. The whole menu's done. We can't do it. I just said we're out of milk. I just said we're out of milk.
That's it. That's all I said. Please don't take that out of context. Oh my god! Like I like to imagine like the director's just sitting there like twiddling his fingers, waiting for them to say, yeah. Because you literally anything you say, like as an editor, you could say something like, "Oh man, Richard is a really good friend, but he has a bad tendency of so and so," right? But like they could take that and be like, Richard is a bad friend. Like easily, like just put that in and then like just do it like a voiceover when I'm like, and I'm looking at you like kind of in a weird way. And they're like, wow, tension between Juan and Richard. Like Steph watches the show Steph watches the show called Love Island. That's have you heard of it?
I've heard of it. I have not taken the plunge of watching it yet.
Okay, so it's a reality show, right? And it's horrible actually. I don't even think they need to edit it. That's
It's just
bad people. Yeah. Because the whole point of the show is like get into a relationship and then play the person that you're in a relationship to like find love, quote unquote. So you're trying to find love, and whoever like the audience feels like they actually found love, or if the audience just likes you, they vote for you at the end of the season, and then you win, right? Okay. And if you're not like in a relationship or like coupled up with somebody, then you lose, or you get eliminated off the show. So like, let's say like you walk in, like at the beginning, right off the bat, it's like horribly savage. Like they walk in, a bunch of women, a bunch of guys, like all together, and they're like, "Oh hi, how are you?" Oh, and they're all like hugging each other. And
oh yeah, because
like,
it's British.
Yeah, and they're like, and then they're like, "It's time to couple up," and they're like, you know, they have like the girls pick a guy or whatever to couple up with, but they always have one extra guy.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
That's dirty.
Yeah, dude.
That's
so
dirty.
like you can really, you know, like that feeling you got when you were picked last for like dodgeball.
Mm-hmm.
That, but on national TV.
And you're just like, yep, all right.
So why wouldn't you pick Richard? It just, I don't know.
He's not really my type.
It's just something about his face.
How ugly it is. Well, you know, I'm still gonna keep my hopes up. I'm in this thing to win it, and I'm just gonna try and approach this as optimistically as I possibly can.
Richard has no idea that the next game will show how much of a loser he actually is. All right,
I'm just gonna approach this really optimistically, man.
We're gonna try it one more time. We're gonna recouple one more time. They pick you last again.
All right, you know what? Third time's the charm. That's all I'm saying, man.
I'm staying optimistic. There's something that's telling me maybe this is the time.
You just gotta stay in the game. All right.
No, that's the thing. They have cameras in the bedroom.
Oh, damn it.
So you can like, you're like laying in bed, like crying to yourself. Yeah.
You know, sitting there with puffy ass eyes.
And what's
I'm
funny,
just trying to stay positive.
What's funny is that they have, so like in Britain, they show it live and they have a live studio audience that watches it. So like, I imagine like after
that is terrible.
Like after you like being in bed crying, they like go out and they show the host and she's like, wow. Yeah. Ooh.
That's not good.
Wow.
That's really going to hurt his chances later on.
But we'll be right back with Love Island. Yeah. All he does is sit there and drink. I just don't know what we're supposed to do with him. Richard, we have a feeling you're not here for the right reasons.
All right. What?
Something tells us that you're not actually here to find love.
Love? Oh, I love this beer.
Love Island. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, and like it's really messed up because, you know, you watch it. I feel bad for the dudes that don't get picked. You know what I mean? Because like they just kind of imagine. Well,
because like you remember what it's like being picked last for anything,
and you're on national TV, and you're just kind of standing there like,
I would. You know what, Joel? I would have picked you. I would have picked you, Joel. Keep your head up, man.
But yeah, you crying in bed, and then like
just gonna try and stay
optimistic. What's funny is that they always put like pop music over it. So like while you're crying in bed, it's like, when the day bleeds in the nightfall. Richard's having a tough time adjusting. And it's not that he doesn't have a great personality. It's just that he's just so ugly. She said what?
Okay, that's just
That's
that's
fucking-
just rude,
This is
dude.
rude, dude. I don't. Is this what the show is? Am I just gonna get shit on the entire time?
No one. All
Okay,
right.
Okay. Oh, here I am crying again. Okay.
Make fun of me again, Britain.
I got a text. Yeah. That like so like another reality show I used to mess with was Jersey Shore.
Yeah, see, never watched that one.
How have you
I know-
never seen Jersey Shore?
I've never watched. Like, I know what it is. I've seen clips, but I've never watched it.
You got to watch the first season. Like I can't tell you how. Like I mean, yeah, you grew up in the same time period. I can't remember how big of a deal it was whenever Snooki got socked in the mouth.
Yes.
Like everybody and their mom talked.
I knew
about
about it. I
Yeah.
just didn't watch the show.
it. Like you would go over to people's houses and their parents would be like, "Oh,
Did you see
you
Snooki get knocked out, dude?
That was crazy as shit, right?" Like that's the moment I realized, like, oh, this is what we're gonna be consuming for the next 30 years.
Yeah.
It's just trashy reality TV. Like, because honestly, you don't even have to like write a script anymore. It's
No.
just like we're gonna take these 7 psychopaths and put them in a house together.
Well, and then because you not only have Love Island, you have Big Brother, you have
Which that one's insane.
yeah. My mom and my sister watched that one,
That
and
is-
hearing them talk, they bring out spreadsheets and like and like point systems, and they know how that's going.
See, that's
They're
where
like,
they need.
nope, nope. See, Floyd is going to be up next.
That's where they need to throw in those commercials for the get your degree online.
Right? You are wasting way too much time on this show.
Okay,
Please
so
get
you
your
can
degree.
read a Big Brother spreadsheet, but you can't do it for a degree, dude. Honestly,
Come on, just do it.
come on, bozo, get your degree. Get connected for free. Yeah.
Oh man, you just brought up so many memories singing
is-
that jingle.
That is wild though, man. Because like Big Brother that show is, I guess it's constantly on. So there's like a live stream.
There's like no.
yeah, you're just constantly
downtime.
being watched by a camera. Like imagine that.
Oof. I would feel bad for that audience.
Well, they probably don't have cameras in the bathroom, right?
Oh, okay, that's probably good.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe Jaden had explosive diarrhea. Sick.
What do you expect? We ate undercooked chicken. We all did.
I undercooked the chicken on purpose.
Joel.
Don't they do it like it's 7 days, right? And then on the 7th day, they like
You
they
can't
do like
ask me rules, man.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering because I know that most of the time they do like an abridged version of the week or whatever. They
Yeah.
like get all the highlights of the week and they're like,
Right.
oh, hey, this is what happened this week.
Yeah, and like you gotta
For the people who have like
They
a
did.
life.
right.
Yeah.
And they did this challenge and whatever, and
I wonder how you lose points in a show like that.
no, because it's all challenges.
You're walking by the camera and you're just like,
Minus 25.
oh. Thank goodness there's no cameras around. Wow, I can't believe you do that on camera. And yeah, you lose
That's-
25 points for busting ass. There's people walking around just like red as shit, just
People just spontaneously combusting.
Come on, Danny, why don't you just take a seat? I can't.
I literally can't.
I can't loosen
I
up.
will die.
I can't loosen up. Oh. Something's wrong with Daniel.
I will lose 100 points right now.
The other competitors don't know Daniel can't fart, or he loses 25 points. I've had to fart since the beginning of the season. I just really need this money. I dropped out of college after I saw one of those get connected for free commercials. How would you do in a Big Brother situation, do you think?
I would not.
Would you get eliminated? Or, okay. How much money would it take for you to like
A lot. Because I am
$1 million?
a non-text.
Mm-hmm.
Like $1 million
So it'd be like
in my pocket.
It'd be like 1.4.
Do I have to win?
You have to win to get the $1 million.
Okay.
It's 30 days
So-
in a house, and you have to impress the public.
Okay. So I need $25,000 cash sign-in bonus in my hand before we even start.
Yeah, they probably pay.
Then
Yeah,
yes.
I would assume
And I
they
probably
pay
wouldn't.
the
I probably wouldn't fare very well, honestly. But
because you'd just be drinking the whole time.
well, if they have open bars all over the place,
Every time you take a beer, it's negative 100 points.
how is Richard 2,500 points in the red?
It's you walking out with a 12-pack. Where did you get that?
I found it. Wait, what do you mean you found? I found it.
The locks were broken on, on the storage room.
That's how it was when I found it.
That was
Yeah.
that was Joel over there.
Joel, look at that. Look at that piece of shit over there.
He's
Yeah,
like
he looks
he's like
guilty.
giving cookies to orphans.
He looks guilty.
You
Look at
suck.
look at that face. Look at that face.
You somehow win the show.
And Richard, what do you have to say?
I was drunk the whole time and I hated all of it. Thank you.
I'm still drunk.
Yeah. Thank you, Wisconsin. Woo!
We're in Hawaii. I don't even.
Go Seahawks. Yeah.
Okay, I'm never that
They're
drunk.
they're like trying to take the mic. Just give me
give me the thing. I want to talk. I want to talk to the people.
Let me tell you something, man. Look at yourself in the mirror and look at yourself in the eye. There's something in you. If you believe hard enough, strong enough, real enough, hard enough, strong enough, you will find it in yourself. You will. Whoo! Thank you very much, Joel.
What year is it?
My name is Dan. Okay. All right. So thank you.
He's walking into oncoming traffic right now.
Woo! That completely missed me. Holy shit! I'm the luckiest person alive. Yeah. Drinking as you're walking through traffic. They do the Big Brother house like right next to a highway.
Oh god, that's a terrible idea. That was sick.
Oh my gosh, he's walking out of it.
That's pretty sick, dude.
The other show that I really liked was Survivor. That was
I
early
never
Survivor.
watched that one.
Dude,
either.
the first season of Survivor.
See, that's what I hear
yeah.
everybody say. Is the first season's good,
It's brutal.
and
dude.
then after that, it's not worth watching.
Well, because like in the first season, they genuinely go like, "No, you're living on a deserted island, bro. Like that's what's happening today."
now, see that one I could do.
And like one of the guys,
The other people, not so much. I could do it by myself.
well, so that's the thing. In that show, you have to catch what you eat, and one of the dudes learns how to fish, and so he wins the show because he knows how to fish, right? Because
Right.
you can't get rid of because he's the only guy who knows how to catch food, and so everyone's like, "Well, we can't." We gotta eat, you know. So it's like
he was just one of the, like somebody could have came up to him and said, "Hey, can you teach me how to do that thing you do?"
yeah.
And he said, "No,
No, I'm good, thanks.
I'll keep catching all the fish."
But like it's dope. Like he like it's
I
not
guess
like
make
normal
yourself-
fishing. He like goes. He's spear fishing. He goes into the water and like starts like tossing spears, starts catching fish that way. Gets really good at it, and so everyone's like, oh, well, you know. But that's
Nobody else is like, "Hey, I could do that."
Yeah, and that's what sucks about the newer seasons is because you know all the contestants were like malnourished and stuff. They're like, all right, I guess we have to feed them.
Okay, I guess.
And
we
that's what
gotta,
sucks. That's what like that's half of
abide
the,
by the union.
It's just dumb. Like that's half of the reason your show's popular is because you know
People are dying.
Yeah, well,
I
kinda,
understand.
yeah,
I understand.
yeah. It's something really cool about like watching someone like fade
Fen-
away in front of you. Debbie, no.
Welcome to America.
Yeah, exactly. That's entertainment for Americans doing.
I
What,
want to see this person almost die.
doing what someone in another part of the world is just doing on a daily basis, and
Yeah.
we're like, wow, that's really hard. Anyways, where's my KFC bucket? Yeah, just gorging yourself with fried chicken. See, I wouldn't do it that way.
Nope, that's not how I would do it.
See, I wouldn't do it that way. I would personally look. So what I would do is, and yeah,
I would build a lean-to right over there.
yeah. I
Right,
mean,
right.
I've never done construction in my life, but I can tell you, I can make a fort better than that.
I've made plenty of fort in my time, and they have all been top-notch. I just
Then why-
slight brag.
That's
right
what you
there.
should do. You should go on Survivor.
Maybe old Survivor.
No, do Survivor. I dare you.
Okay.
I dare you go online and
Where's the
put it
computer?
in an application. It's sitting right next to you. Put it in an application and be like, hey guys, I'm Richard. I'm quirky, I'm crazy, and I'm feeling myself. I have a little bit of wilderness training, and I'm really good at what I do. Hope you pick me. And they're like, this guy seems like a nutcase. Let's get him in here. That's what I want you to do.
I
And
just
then we'll
start sipping on a flask in the middle of it. This is gonna be crazy.
See, that's the other thing. You wouldn't be. I don't because you can't drink while you're out there because there's no alcohol on an island. Do you think you could get past
There
that?
is if I bring it with me, though.
Okay, is that one of your essentials?
Actually, and you know what? And you know what? I also know how to distill my own alcohol. So,
all right, Richard, you get either a flask or all right, Richard, you either get a rope, rocks, matches, a lighter, or kindling wood. I'll take a flask. Richard, that's not.
That's
on the,
not what I'll take a flask.
That's not one of the.
I'll take a flask.
It's got alcohol in it. Start a fire. With
We're already good.
I could stay warm at night with just
With this.
Yeah.
We're good.
And what's great is like it's not in the first. I guess in one of the seasons, like one of the guys, like when it starts, he like falls off. He gets like a concussion, and he's like, "Can't keep going." And you know what's funny is like when I watched that, I was like, "What a bitch!"
I was right. A concussion.
Yeah.
Do you know how many of those I've had in my
I
lifetime?
was like, "Stand up, bro.
It's fine.
You're vying for $1 million, man. Least you could do is put your life on the line, huh?"
Like, well, okay, it's a concussion. It's fine.
Meanwhile, CBS making like $130 million off the show. All right, guys, we're gonna give you all $1 million before taxes. Woo! Isn't that exciting?
Yay!
All right, and we're gonna milk you all for what you're fucking worth. That's for sure. Here's your oddly shaped host. Hey guys, it's me, Jared Jaredson. The hosts are always like,
Jared, I have something to say to you. I have something to say to you.
they do the talking heads bit. Richard's drunk.
I'm drunk. You're drunk. I know.
How
I
did
am
he hear me?
fully
How did he
capable
hear- how
of
is
my
he hearing me?
faculties.
I thought you said this was a personal. What is going on?
You, Jared. How about that?
Richard, do you want to use your immunity idol?
What's an immunity idol?
The thing that you have in your hand. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh, I'm supposed to use this? What am I supposed to do with this? No, I don't. It's mine. I don't know. It's mine. Screw that guy.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you. Talking to you.
What about the Jersey Shore, dude? You'd never watched it. That surprises me.
No, never really watched it.
Surprises me that you weren't like a Mike the Situation. I take you as a Mike the Situation head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Mike's like, have you ever heard the intro to it?
No.
Oh, it's so good. They got like Pauly D. He's like, takes me 20 minutes to do my hair, And it's it's like
okay.
a quick little thing.
Yeah.
And then it's
I
like-
have kind of heard it.
Go, Vinny. Go.
I've heard it
Vinny."
like maybe on South Park or something where it made fun of it.
Dude, that show rocks. Because like it's the most 2008 thing in the world, right? Because it starts off with LMFAO's "Go Crazy, Get Wild,"
Right.
Best Part, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, dude, we are here."
This is peak.
Yeah, and it's Snooki. I want to party.
Do you ever watch that one? It was like Escaping Amish or something like that.
No, I've heard of it though.
Yeah, that one was weird because they go on what do they call it? Rumspringa.
Oh,
when
nice.
they like go to the English world and live there for a little bit and then decide if they want to go back to being Amish. And that one was it's like Jersey Shore but with Amish people.
Wait, what?
Yeah. They go out and they start partying and then they're like,
Do they get
"Oh,
into, like,
this
fights?
is party?" Yeah, of course.
Amish folks get into fights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Hey, English.
No, they get in fights with each other more than
Oh,
anything
nice.
else. Yeah.
Hey, you watch your back, bud.
Okay, now you just went full on Canadian.
I like to imagine
there's
when-
American
You know
English
when
too.
what's that old fighting stance where they put both their fists out? Like, yeah, that's got to be how,
Old-timey fighting.
that has to
stance.
be how Amish people fight, right? Like that's still like ingrained in them.
It has to be.
The
yeah.
old fighty. Yeah.
But yeah, that show is interesting as well for the.
What's like a really good part from that show?
Well, basically, the biggest and the best thing to watch during that was all of the females interacting because then they all get jealous
Yeah.
with because they leave in a group, so it's like 3 or 4 females, 3 or 4 males,
Right.
and so they all have to live in a house together
Okay.
because reality TV. So then it's them all coupling up with each other and fighting with each other about coupling up with each other. So basically Jersey Shore, but with Amish people.
I need to.
Are you looking up a trailer for this?
No. I wanted to, since we're talking about the drama that happens in reality shows. There's a certain episode of Jersey Shore where here's the cast of characters, right? There's a girl named Sammy Sweetheart, right?
Okay.
And she's dating Ronnie, right? Who's a big juice head, right?
Aren't
Ronnie,
they all?
Well, they are all juice heads, but Ronnie's like mega juice head.
Okay.
Like the dude's like, like if you he's cross-eyed all the time for some reason. You're like, what? You okay? He's like, oh, no, protein. You're like, what? He's like, protein.
Okay.
You have to like give him protein. And he's like,
Oh, okay.
And then he kind of like wakes up a little bit. He's like, "Ah!" That's Ronnie.
Okay.
Shows Sammy and Ronnie have like a horrible relationship, right? Like they're toxic as shit for each other, right? But and for some reason they go on this reality show where the whole idea is like, oh, we're single Italians on the Jersey Shore and we're gonna party it up and like, you know, find people and get laid and drink and party and do all this other stuff, right?
Right.
So Sammy and Ronnie get together. So I think it's like the 4th episode or some shit like that, 4th or 5th. They have an episode where I guess Ronnie and Sammy get into a fight, and so Ronnie goes out and parties with the boys, you know, like Mike, Vinny, Holly D, you know what I mean? And he does some shit. He like, you know,
Some shady
messes.
shit.
He does some shady shit. Kind of doesn't necessarily like. Well, he kind of cheats. He cheats on Sammy, and Sammy doesn't know about it because the producer's like, "Fuck that, we're not telling her."
This is juicy.
But we're trying to get a season 2. So Snooki and JWoww are like, hey, we're gonna write Sammy an anonymous letter, right? And this is what the letter says.
Awesome.
Sam, the first night at bed, the name of the club.
Oh, okay.
When you left, Ron made out with 2 girls and put his head between a cocktail waitress's breasts. Also was grinding with multiple fat women. When you left crying at Clutch, also another club, Ron was holding hands and dancing with a female and took down her number. Multiple people in the house know, therefore you should know the truth. And when I tell you, that was one of the greatest moments in television history. Because hearing 2 grown women go, Sammy, last night at bed. I was like, what? Dude, you got to watch the first season.
Motorboated the shit out of her.
I'm telling you, man. You know what we should do is we should watch. We gotta watch the first season, and then I want to like have just a full on conversation with you about it.
I'm down.
Because when I tell you this is like the peak of trash like reality TV show, the second season's fine. This first season
is just
it's chaotic, dude. Like there's no like. You know how like most like reality shows are kind of like we're gonna kind of keep to this like standard or whatever. No, they were like MTV went like we're gonna get all these people really drunk
and see what happens.
Just and film it. And people went, "You're crazy, you're insane," and then they
ended up becoming one of the biggest shows
geniuses,
ever on TV.
Dude, actual geniuses. It's one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. I'm not joking. It's so good. People are constantly fighting with each other. They're sleeping with each other. There's relationships on and off throughout this entire thing. You start to like one character and then they do something shady and you're like, oh, that person. And then you start to like another character and you're like, oh, I hate you too. And then at the end of the day, you're like, I'm going to really miss everybody.
All right. Well, yeah, stay tuned for the
yeah, dude, that's awesome.
the Jersey Shore podcast.
Oh man, we're about to make millions. I don't think you understand, man. You're gonna get hooked. That's the thing.
Yeah,
like, that's the issue. Like Steph my fiance, she had never seen it before. I put it on for her, and she was like,
"I need more."
She just didn't stop. Like I went, that was funny, huh? It was like after the second episode, and she said, "I'm gonna watch another one." And I said, "No, honey, you don't want to." And she was like, "Yes." And it just kept going and going, and then like Snooki gets punched, and she was like, "Oh my, why would they do that to Snooki?" You know, it's nuts, bro.
Awesome.
Any hoozles. That's the next thing that we should do.
I agree.
Okay.
That
so
sounds like a fun
Richard
time.
has homework. He's going to watch Jersey Shore. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. As always, we appreciate you checking us out.
Yep. Please subscribe, rate, all that good stuff.
Leave us a review.
Leave us a
Reviews
review.
help out a whole lot. If you haven't told your friends, tell your friends. And yeah, we appreciate it, man.
Well,
I've been Juan.
I am always Richard.
And we've been shooting from the hip.
Shooting from the hip.